I'm Manish Thakur. I'm a principal product manager in the cloud volume services business at NetApp. I've had the distinct privilege of being part of NetApp's innovation journey over the last 19 years. I've had the opportunity to conceive of new products and bring them to market. Prior to that, in engineering, I've also had the opportunity to implement solutions to customer problems and deliver them. So mentoring Fabrik was unique in terms of it allowed me to bring to bear the perspective developed over my varied experience. Fabrik is working on a very exciting problem. They're working in the space of the metaverse. And as you can imagine, the possibilities for them are infinite. So they are in the process of, they're in the business of creating digital assets and interactive experiences around them. Now like to introduce Puneet Badrinath. He's the founder of Fabrik. He has led a very exciting journey so far, and I'm sure he'll go places. Over to you, Puneet.
Hi everyone, I'm Puneet. I'm the founder of Fabrik. I hope you're all safe and well. Thank you so much for making time. Let me start by stating the obvious. Everything and everyone in the world will be on the metaverse over the next few years. In our minds, it is very clear what we'll be doing in the next 5 years. With a pair of glasses, we'll be in a web store looking at products rather than browsing through or scrolling through a smartphone, or even experiencing a movie looking around rather than watching it on a screen. But what is more challenging is it's very hazy on how we'll get there. The path to getting to that future is complex, time consuming, and very expensive, or it seems like it today, until Fabrik, of course. So Fabrik helps businesses, individuals, enterprises create their own metaverse in minutes without having to deal with complex lines of code, without having to deal with hassles by using a no-code platform. Fabrik essentially enables people to start transitioning into a 3D first world for specific use cases across multiple sectors. And I'm going to talk about some of those right now, just to give you an idea of the depth of the width of capabilities of the platform. I'm talking specifically about instruction manuals and 3 sectors and how they've adopted Fabrik over the last few months. Starting with assembly lines, this is a customer that assembles a lot of complex aircraft parts that needs to be produced in volumes, in bulk, and needs to be accurate and needs to be shipped. Today, they're using it with PDFs. It's very clear that it's pretty complex and time consuming. They're not able to achieve the right level of volumes and the quality as expected. Of course, they can transition into 3D by using Unities and the Unreal. And of course, they use CAD/CAM tools, so they're very familiar with 3D, but the challenge is composing these workflows depending on vendors, making sure that they understand and appreciate the effort that is being put as a challenge, and everything becomes expensive. Every bracket, they have 500 brackets, so transitioning that becomes really difficult until Fabrik, of course. So they essentially take their own 3D content, put it on Fabrik, use drag and drop to create a workflow and distribute it really easy, really quickly. They're able to scale as well. And of course, it's cost effective. The second use case is in reporting specifically for aircrafts. To expand a bit more, you'll see a tiny little red dot on the right wing that indicates there are damages on the right wing. Now, you don't know how many damages, where are they, how deep is the scratch, what kind of damage is it? Is it a dent? Which part of the wing is it on? Is it right next to 3 inches next to the engine, or is it 5 feet after the engine, or so on, underside, overside, whatever. So it becomes really difficult to put those specific points on this image. 3D, it is really valuable. Transitioning with existing 3D tools becomes difficult because every transaction is a cost. You're dependent on vendors to translate your findings into something that's 3D. And of course, for every different aircraft becomes challenging. With Fabrik, of course, you start with a 3D model, put the pin in the exact location where there's a damage. And of course, you add a box with its descriptions, images, voice recordings, what have you, to give the field teams, the maintenance teams, an idea of what is wrong with the aircraft, where is the damage, what do they need to look for. The third one is in a completely different world. It's oil rigs, where you have remote oil assets, which are very expensive, hard to maintain in hostile environments. And to monitor them to ensure this productivity is high, you're looking at 2D screens, which we replace with a 3D overlay of the oil rig, so that you have an idea of what asset is performing at what level. You have this 3D overlay with the real-time data that's coming from the field, so you get to know what asset is it, what is critical. You can drill down to individual assets so that you can perform better maintenance, share this knowledge with the field folks who can follow instructions to resolve any problems. At the end of the day, if you're stuck, the field folks can take their phone, just place a call to a remote expert who can assist them in solving the problem better as well. So Fabrik creates digital twins for products, processes, and people, that makes it easily scalable and enables businesses, enterprises to be 3D first. Now, the value is Fabrik is a no-nonsense platform, is a one platform, one-stop solution for multiple use cases across sectors. Customers need not depend on various hardware vendors, various collaborative tools, etc., to achieve this. While I talked about instruction manuals, we've seen multiple use cases outside of those as well, like user manuals for luxury products, like simulation for aircrafts, medical device diagnostics and maintenance, and so on. More widely, Fabrik, we've seen multiple use cases for Fabrik across multiple sectors, and still we're just scratching the surface. So there is a huge potential, and every sector honestly will want to transition from a 2D screen into a 3D first ecosystem as soon as possible. Fabrik allows customers to build quickly using the no-code platform. It allows people to consume the experience, consume the metaverse where everything is connected, and consume it on any device. And hence we allow customers to transition, scale, and distribute quickly. We've grown about 400% over the last 12 months, and we've seen interesting competitions where we've been a part of, and we've been fortunate to win a few of them as well. As you can see, customers are across multiple sectors. While the market is huge, we're starting with the digital workplace market because that itself is substantial. And even there, we're focusing on a tiny little portion called digital work instructions, just to get a foot in the door so that we can go wider and deeper in that sector going forward. This is a quick summary of the team. I'm Puneet. I founded Fabrik 4 years ago, and along with me, Srini is helping me on sales, and Bhavish, who's our lead investor on a previous round, is helping on marketing. We are raising $1.6 million primarily to consolidate our product development efforts, as well as expand to other geographies. I'd be happy to answer more questions, more than happy to connect. Thank you so much for your time.